Metacognition 101. Learn how to learn better. Picture this. You're studying for an important exam. Reading the same paragraph for the third time, but the words just aren't sticking? You feel frustrated, maybe even defeated. But what if I told you that the secret to better learning isn't working harder, it's learning how to think about your thinking? Welcome to the fascinating world of metacognition, where understanding your own mind becomes your greatest superpower. What is metacognition? Metacognition is literally thinking about thinking. It's your ability to step back and examine your own thought processes, like having a conversation with your inner observer. Think of it as the CEO of your brain, the executive function that monitors, evaluates, and directs all your other mental processes. When you catch yourself daydreaming during a lecture and redirect your attention, that's metacognition in action. When you realize you don't understand a concept and decide to approach it differently, you're using metacognitive skills. It's the difference between being a passenger in your own learning journey and being the driver. The 3 pillars of metacognitive learning research shows us that metacognition operates through 3 essential components, and mastering these will transform how you learn anything. First is metacognitive knowledge, is what you know about learning itself. It includes understanding your own strengths and weaknesses as a learner, knowing which strategies work best for different types of material, and recognizing the demands of various learning tasks. For example, you might know that you're a visual learner who needs diagrams to understand complex processes, or that you learn vocabulary better through spaced repetition than cramming. Second is metacognitive regulation. This is where the magic happens. It's how you actively control your learning process. It involves 3 key phases: planning before you start, monitoring while you're learning, and evaluating after you're done. Before studying, you might ask, what do I already know about this topic? What's my goal? Which strategy should I use? During learning, you're constantly checking, am I understanding this? Should I slow down or try a different approach? Afterward, you reflect what worked well. What would I do differently next time? Third is metacognitive experiences. These are the feelings and judgments that arise during learning, that aha moment when something clicks, the confusion that signals you need to pause and re-examine, or the confidence you feel when you know you've mastered something. Learning to trust and interpret these internal signals is crucial for effective self-regulation. The science behind better learning, here's where it gets exciting. Cutting-edge research in cognitive science reveals that students who develop strong metacognitive skills don't just perform better academically, they become lifelong learners who can adapt to any challenge. Studies show that metacognitive learners are more strategic in their approach. Instead of using the same study method for everything, they match their strategies to the specific demands of what they're learning. They're also more persistent because they understand that difficulty is a normal part of the learning process, not a sign of failure. Perhaps most importantly, metacognitive learners develop what researchers call transfer, the ability to take knowledge and skills from one context and apply them to completely new situations. This is the hallmark of true intelligence and adaptability in our rapidly changing world. Practical strategies you can start using today. Let me give you 5 powerful metacognitive strategies that you can implement immediately. Strategy 1, the pre-learning audit. Before diving into any new material, spend 2 minutes asking yourself, what do I already know about this topic? What am I trying to achieve? What obstacles might I encounter? This simple practice primes your brain for more effective learning. Strategy 2, the comprehension check. Every 15 to 20 minutes, pause and ask, can I explain what I just learned in my own words? If you can't, that's valuable feedback telling you to revisit the material with a different approach. Strategy 3, the strategy swap. When you notice you're struggling or losing focus, don't just push through. Ask, is this method working for me right now? What else could I try? Maybe switch from reading to drawing diagrams, or from silent study to explaining concepts out loud. Strategy 4, the difficulty reframe. When you encounter challenging material, instead of thinking, I'm not smart enough for this, try my brain is building new connections right now. Research shows that embracing difficulty as growth actually improves performance. Strategy 5, the learning journal. After each study session, spend 3 minutes writing about what you learned, what strategies worked, and what you'll do differently next time. This reflection solidifies both the content and your understanding of your own learning process. Building your metacognitive muscles like any skill, Metacognition improves with practice. Start small, maybe just implementing one strategy this week. Pay attention to your internal dialogue during learning. Notice when you're confused, when you're confident, when you're just going through the motions. The beautiful thing about developing metacognitive awareness is that it creates a positive feedback loop. The more you understand about how you learn, the better you become at learning. The better you become at learning, the more confident and motivated you feel to tackle new challenges. Remember, every expert in every field was once a beginner who learned how to learn effectively. The difference isn't innate talent, it's the development of metacognitive skills that allow them to continuously grow and adapt. Your learning journey starts now. Metacognition isn't just about getting better grades or mastering specific skills. It's about developing the kind of flexible, adaptive intelligence that will serve you throughout your entire life. In a world where information changes rapidly and new challenges emerge constantly, your ability to learn how to learn becomes your most valuable asset. So the next time you sit down to learn something new, remember, you're not just absorbing information. You're training the most sophisticated learning system in the universe, your own mind. Take a moment to observe your thoughts, question your strategies, and celebrate your growth. The journey to better learning starts with a single step, and that step is awareness. If this video opened your eyes to the power of thinking about your thinking, give it a thumbs up to help others discover these life-changing insights. And if you're ready to unlock more secrets about building your mental wealth and maximizing your cognitive potential, subscribe to Mental Wealth and ring that notification bell. We're building a community of learners who understand that the mind is our greatest asset, and together, we're going to make the most of it. What metacognitive strategy will you try first? Let us know in the comments below. Your journey to better learning starts right now.